Thick evening fog clung to the forlorn banks of Ward's Island, turning it into a ghost of itself. Across the dark calm of the East River, the glorious neon whirl of Manhattan was in full jazz-age bloom. Glamorous clubs, basement speakeasies, illegal booze, all of it enjoyed by live-fast, forget-tomorrow flappers and dapper dons eager to throw off their cares and Charleston their way into tomorrow's hangover. On Ward's, it was quiet and dark, just a fat fist of neglected land housing the poor, the addicts, and the mentally ill. All of the city's great unwanted kept well out of sight, the rivers separating the two worlds, the living and the dead. Inside the Gothic expanse of the Manhattan State Hospital for the Insane, in the common parlor on the third floor of Ward A, Connor Flynn sat with his frail arms wrapped around his knobby knees, listening to a radio program. It was called the Pears Soap Hour, featuring the Sweetheart Seer, and it starred one of those diviners, a young, gifted girl who claimed she could read the secret histories of objects through her touch.
Now don't tell me anything about this watch, Mrs. Hempstead. I'll divine its very soul tonight. Just you wait.
On Ward's Island, that was called insanity. On the radio, it was called entertainment. At the piano, with the two missing keys, Mr. Potts, a cheery soul who'd murdered his mother at the breakfast table with a hunting knife, now plunked out a tuneless old beer hall song. Sad Mr. Rowland worked his jigsaw puzzle with shaking hands. His shirt cuffs slid up, revealing the puckered scars running the width of each wrist. The squeak of a wheelchair announced an arrival to the parlor. Connor looked up to see a nurse wheeling in a newer resident, one of those shell-shocked veterans of the Great War. There were lots of broken men like that in the asylum, fellas who'd gone off to fight but hadn't fully come back. A wool blanket covered the soldier's lower half to disguise the fact that his legs ended at the knees, though Connor didn't know why they should hide it. "Here we are, Luther. Nice view from here," the nurse said, patting his shoulder. "Bit of fog, but you can still see the river." Connor glanced toward the barred windows at the bruising sky and the distant steel arch of the Hellgate Bridge. It would be night soon. Night was when they came. The thought gave Connor the shivers, so he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Rowland squinted in his direction. It startled Connor, and he lost his place. Now he had to start over. He flexed his fingers exactly 3 times and tapped the tips of his fingers to his forehead and lips, up and down 3 times, each in rapid succession. Then he counted to 7 until it felt right, until the uneasy sentinels on watch inside his mind gave the signal that it was okay to stop. Counting kept him safe. There were rules. 7 was the best number. 3s were good too, but counting a 6 was bad. He didn't know why these were the rules, just that they were, and he followed them and had ever since he could remember.
"Evening, gentlemen."
The night attendant, Big Mike Flanagan, strolled into the common parlor, all loose gait and sharp smile. Mike had been a guard at the penitentiary on Welfare Island. He looked at all the patients as if they were guilty of some crime, and he had a habit of doling out his own sentences in secret slaps, trips, and pinches.
"What's the matter, Mr. Rowland? You're jumpy tonight."
Mr. Rowland glanced over his shoulder toward the windows, and the night pressing its ominous thoughts against the barred glass.
"What's out there, then? You expecting something?"
Ghosts, Mr. Rowland said.
"There's no such thing as ghosts, Mr. Rowland."
Mr. Rowland reached for a new puzzle piece. "Tell that to Mr. Green." Big Mike gripped Mr. Rowland's shoulder in what might have seemed like a brotherly hold. Mr. Rowland's pinched face said it clearly was not.
"What do you know about Mr. Green, boyo, eh? D'you see what happened?" Do you know how he got that razor? Tell me.
Told you. Ghosts.